It's not regular to do a king's life, but I'm going to enjoy a king's life today with a king's car, with the all-new Rolls Royce Ghost 2. I'm in Dubai today for bringing you the first drive experience of the all-new Ghost. Welcome to Flywheel. When you see the new Ghost, you may think it's just a revolution or maybe evolution from the old Ghost, but actually it's an entire new Ghost. It's not shared anything from the previous Ghost. It's a completely new car. One thing only shared, which is this logo, the Spirit of Ecstasy. Rest everything actually is new. When you see the car in person, you can feel the difference. It's grown bigger, the grille is actually bigger and wider, the headlight is different. You can see a seat treatment for the LED turn running light. Bumper treatment is similar to what it was in the Ghost, but actually it is new. There is a lot of chrome, which is an element of Rolls Royce, which can also be seen here. The mesh grille treatment is also different. Hood line is different. You can see the double line in the center, and rest everything is carved very well. So actually the Ghost, from the front itself, you can see the difference if you see in the person or need to be parked next to an old Ghost. When you see the car from the side, there is a lot of resemblance from previous Ghost because the silhouette and the proportion remains the same. But actually all the lines, all the curves, all the angles are different. The body line is simple without any other creatures or lines. There's a strong shoulder portion, which is a element of Rolls Royce. The doors are actually the double way open suicide door in the rear, and it looks very attractive. In this car, it can be operated from the front, and all these elements are proper Rolls Royce, and you can see the silhouette and the laid back form, which is a crucial element of a Rolls Royce. So I made a mistake. Actually, two things have been written from the old Ghost. The second one is this umbrella, which is a key element of Rolls Royce cars. It's placed in the rear door, and this is the umbrella, which has been taken from the previous Ghost, and you can customize that as well as a bespoke car. When you come to the rear end of Rolls Royce Ghost, you can see some similar element, which is the design of the taillight, but actually it's a bigger one than the previous one, and it's curved more. It again look different. It's not exactly the same as the previous Ghost, and you can see very clean line, very minimalistic line approach onto the rear design, and it is very evident as a Rolls Royce because you can see the same design element over the range like in the Ghost, Phantom, and even the Cullinan. And you can see a different bumper because it's more wider exhaust in this new Ghost. It's not like the previous one, and the bumper is very simple again, no sporty element because it's not meant to be that. Again, Rolls-Royce make cars which are stately. It's not that it look very attractive in that sense. It makes statement with the car, and that's what they've done with the new Ghost as well. It look very stately and statement for a luxury car. One of the exterior highlighted feature of the new Ghost is a laser headlight, which is actually a technology derived from BMW. With a high beam, it's got a range more than 600 meters, and it's one key element of the headlight system of the new Ghost. Apart from that, there's an illuminated grille with 20 LEDs which light it between the slats and give a huge presence in the night drive. Once you're here, this is the right position for the king, with the honor of the Ghost, which most probably be traveling in if he's not driving. So I start off the review from here because it's one of the most important places in this Rolls Royce. So once you're here, you'll get the feel of a proper Rolls Royce seat, which is like a sofa seat. There's support over here on the right hand. Also the handrest give you more support, and there's a small hug for your shoulder, which also gives a very cozy feel. And it's an attractive seat. It's very plushy as usual in Rolls Royce, and there is infotainment system which can be operated with touch of a button, and there's a table also which pops down and the screen pops up. To control that, there's a lid. You can open it here or there, and you can control it over this rotary knob, which is the system. There's another button to keep this space for your phone or something like that. And there is a button here to control the reclination of the seat. In this case, there's no much adjustment can be done. There's a small reclination only. It's not a captain seat. It's a one-piece sofa seat. So there's a small reclination. Otherwise, it's all the same. But the feel you get when you travel on the seat with the plushy ride is what really matters. So we'll check out that and what are the features of the interior on this ride. So guys, one of the most key feature which highlighted me the most in this new Ghost is this button over here. It's a long doorway, so if you want to close it, you don't have to lean. You can just press this button, close down, because it's a Rolls Royce thing. Even if you're a driver, you can feel that Rolls Royce thing in this car. Let's check out the interior. It's a white interior, which is a bespoke one with a white trim and a purple accents and detailing. Rest of the things look similar to the last one, but there are a lot of changes which we'll check in detail. Also, it is known for its bespoking interior, and you have an option of more than 2000 colors for the leather and around 600 wood trims. Apart from that, you can also customize the interior color and wood trim according to your choice. One thing Rolls-Royce assure is that the leather will be from one single cow and the wood trim will be from one single log of the wood. The interior is also furnished with a bespoke sound system from Rolls-Royce with an output of 1300 watts, channelized through 18 different channels with a surround sound system. We know Rolls-Royce come up with a sky roof with various combination, and you can also customize the interior according to your choice. One of the key highlight of the new Ghost was the interactive fascia with 180 LEDs which reflect around 850 stars and glow their Ghost logo on the dashboard. There's also an auto closure doors for all the 4 doors as an option and can be controlled into 3 different ways. One is with a button on the exterior handle, other one are the switches in the interior, and third way is electronically closing by just grabbing the handle and leaving it. So okay, there's no driver to close your door, don't have to worry, there's a button over here. That's again a Rolls Royce thing. So once you start traveling in this rear compartment of Rolls Royce, one thing which you notice is the silence, because from the previous Ghost they have actually improved the NVH level quite a bit. But again, when you talk about NVH, it's always a small difference which you can feel. As a normal human being, we have limits, and you need to have all the data to realize the difference. So now we just gone to a paved road from the tarmac, and this sound is normally inevitable on any cars. You might experience when you're passing over the lane markings, you definitely used to hear that sound. But again, that harshness when you get on this such paved road is actually absorbed very well in this new Ghost. That's something which really make the car have that luxury feel. Luxury means quietness. So I'll show you again what the quietness is. Now we are again on the paved road. You can see, you can listen, you can hear small sound anyway. That is inevitable on any cars. But as soon as you enter tarmac, now you just realize the quietness, silence in the cabin. Really silent, right? I'm talking very slowly, very low voice. You can't see, you can't hear any other voice. There's actually a truck in my front. You can't hear any sound. And too quiet is not actually good. It's psychologically and physically not good for a human being. That's why Rolls-Royce is producing a small sound through the speakers to avoid that monotonous in this rear. Again, I talk about the suspension because I already experienced the seat. When you travel in this car in this way, the floaty feel of the suspension really make you more comfortable, relaxed. And this seating position is normally called as a sofa seat. It's not like most of the other cars which is low and very reclined. This is a little upright, but it's got its own comfort. The seat make you feel like the real boss who is the policy maker for your company and for your street. Let's try out the car from the driver's seat, which normally is my favorite position in almost all the cars. So first thing first, I always love the way this gear lever is placed both in Rolls-Royce cars and some of the Mercedes, and I mean most of the Mercedes in that case. So it's very easy to use. You don't have to take your hand from the steering wheel when you maneuver it. You need to lift a little, pull it up for the reverse and down for the drive. So we started off from this beach after this shoot. You can see all the photos in both Kunal's page, which is the autofocus, and in our page in Flywheel. And we are actually not on the proper road, but suspension plays a big role. Of course, there is some damp because the road or the patch is not that well done, but still I'm getting a good ride. It's a Rolls Royce Element. So first thing, when you take such roads, you can really feel that body roll, which is an element of Rolls Royce, because ultimately Rolls Royce are meant to be very comfortable machine, and the comfort ride, actually you get the comfortable ride when you have such a suspension, which is not very hard, it's always soft. Having said that, Ghost is considered as one of the driver's Rolls Royce, but again, this thing is not a driver's thing. You don't expect so much body roll in a driver's car. This new Rolls Royce Ghost comes with a bigger displacement engine. Like earlier it was 6.6 liter, now it's 6.75 liter with an output of 563 HP and 850 Nm of torque. It's mated to an 8-speed gearbox. One thing about the gearbox is it actually monitors the road with the satellite data it's got, and whenever you hit a turn or a sharp curve, it actually helps you to downshift prior to hitting the curve, because it will give more control of the car and doesn't actually compromise on the comfort. This engine and gearbox combination with a 4-wheel drive system, which is like all-wheel drive system, gives you a performance of 4.2 seconds for 0 to 100. So that is a very good performance considering such a mammoth vehicle. So, and that's something which is a driver's element in this car. And this engine is something, it's very refined, and it's a proper Rolls-Royce thing to have a huge V12 engine. And it has got the proper refinement you expect from a Rolls-Royce in terms of NVH level as well as on the refined ride. So I'm having this car for an entire day, and I thought I'll experience it throughout the day in different driving conditions. Like I started off with some good shoot in the early morning. It was quite cold. Now getting into the daytime, I'm feeling a bit warm outside, but the AC is good. And in the night, like when I got the car yesterday, there was this sky roof which actually blinks like a star in a galaxy with all the optical fiber. But that thing, which is an element of Rolls-Royce, is not so attractive in this car, because even in the night it was not that loud, which I have seen in previous Cullinan and Phantom. And you know, Rolls-Royce always is a bespoke vehicle. You can customize the way you want with all kind of colors, all kind of trims, and you can also place your signature, which again make you feel so special. And that's what actually you mean or you expect from such a bespoke mammoth sedan. So I think I'm feeling that special factor with this car when I'm roaming around this beautiful city of Dubai. The new Rolls-Royce Ghost also have a 4-wheel steering as an option, which was not there in our test car. But once you opt that, which will be great for your stability on high speed, wherein the rear wheel steer according to the front wheel in around 3 degree, and lower speed it turn opposite from the front wheel, again in around 3 degree for better maneuverability in a tight situation. The price for the new Ghost in India starts around 6.95 crore, and it can be boosted to any high according to the options and bespoking you are choosing for your car. An entire day spent with Rolls Royce Ghost. If you like the video, please do like it, share it, and do subscribe if you're not done yet. Stay tuned and enjoy your driving. I'm going to have final spin with the all new Rolls Royce Ghost.